This video explains how we create the S2S member data for each of the reporting periods, right? So we have a problem because our normal KPI data, which we previously have used to substantiate our results, is not sufficient for their controllers because we have the data in the database and then we have to change those numbers based on other projects to avoid double counting and the removal of specific countries based on Accenture's request. And therefore, we need something that matches exactly, right? And we had a question from the controller, and the decision was that we upload the Excel sheet that we do the calculations into our list. We need to substantiate it in some sort of database, and this is how we've done it. So you'll see that that was the KPI data. We did it once here, right? So here's the KPI member data. It shows the exact numbers of all the members that are counted, right? And these numbers are exactly the same as what we reported in the impact portal and what we reported in the Excel that we provided to them. And it also adds up to all the numbers in the PowerPoint presentation. So this is a video about how to create this because you'll need to create it for every reporting period. So here we have the sheet. So you have the S2S pivot. This is per country. This goes into the impact portal. This is for a project, right? And this is how we separate out the numbers for different countries and different projects where there's overlap and risk of double counting. And this is per member. And this is what we provide as substantiation, right? So you see all these numbers here. Those are the totals that need to show up on the database, and these are the numbers there within. So the first thing you need to do is you need to create a table, right? And you'll see that there's already a table created because of the presence of these filters and the colors. But to do that, you simply cover everything except the totals, right? Right? And you can hit insert, right? And you can insert a table, right? Or you can, here we are. I just click insert a table, right? Format as table, right? And we can choose a format. We'll change the format of this table, right? So formatted as a table, and you'll see the table name. You know it's a table because it's colored, or right? And you can change the table name. So I'm going to say this is going to be called S2S import. I'm going to make sure that this is saved on one of my personal PC, right? So it's not from the shared drive because it's harder to do that way. So I'm just going to put it in my downloads. Okay, then I'm going to go back to here, right? I'm going to do the home screen, and we are going to add a new list, right? And that new list is going to come from that table. From this Excel, we're going to upload a file. And now we go back to our downloads and we see that this is the download that we had, right? Loading tables. So here it's pulled out the one table on that sheet. And now we have to format it, right? If there's more than one table, you could choose which one. This is the title. This is a single line of text. This is not a number, but a single line of text, right? So you see this 2024. The difference between a number and a single line of text is you can sum a number. These are all correctly listed as numbers, right? Number. This is a single line of text. This is a single line of text. This is a single line of text. And then we click next, right? Description. So we're going to call this something, and that's what appears here. So this is example S2S data upload, right? And then we have the period, right? So that's the period, January to June 2024, right? And then we say show in site navigation so you can see it. So we're going to create it. We're going to wait. And it's now 100% complete, right? So you'll see here we have all of this. We're not quite there yet, right? Because if you remember, one of the things we need to do is we need to substantiate our numbers. And to do that, we need to make sure that all of these sum up. So anything that has a 1 is a number. We need to add a total and a sum. right? And we need to do this for all of the columns, right? So everything should be a sum. And we go through this, and we do it for all of these. For the sake of speed and brevity, you can assume that I've done this for all of these numbers, right? So now we have this here in the navigation. So we can go back to member data. We can see the sample upload here. And now it appears as a list, right? And I'm wondering why it doesn't view as the list view. Let me just see. Yeah, so we just click here to make it larger, and now it appears like all of the other lists, right? So here we have the sums. I would make sure that all of these sums add up to the same numbers, just to make sure everything is uploaded correctly. And to submit this, you can do a few things. You need to create a screenshot of the whole page, right? With as many members as possible, right? So we're doing that here, and we've created a screenshot. You can also zoom out if you'd like, and you might be able to add more. I have the ability on my computer to sort of do a scrolling list of all members, right? So ideally you'd want to do that, but they've been happy for us to substantiate it with just a single picture, right? So they just need one photo. Once you're done, you will need to figure out what to do with that. Currently we're keeping them, but at a later point we might find that we need to delete them. So that will be a question in future reporting periods as to whether they're kept or not. I hope this was helpful and good luck in the future.